So, welcome back to another video. I'm pretty sure you can hear it in my voice, but I am very frustrated from that game I just watched. I don't even want to talk about it. Bruh, how many chances did we need to win that game? It's just frustrating. Like, this picture depicts how I feel exactly right now and how Arsenal cooked themselves. At the end of the day, we are only to blame. So, yeah, we played our rivals, Tottenham, and the score ended up being 2-2, and we should have won. I'm not going to lie to you. We should have won. We were complacent, lackluster, not focused, and it cost us a big rivalry game, and it's annoying to see. You can see from my match notes what I mainly thought about the game. I would say some players played okay defensively. There were some players that were subbed on that I didn't really agree with. But again, that's what comes with injuries. You obviously saw that Declan Rice injury that happened. That was costly. Chances being missed. Arsenal applying pressure and acting like we wanted to win the game. And it's just showing that some players aren't up standard, and we need to probably move them on from the club. It was just annoying. It was a back and forth game where I feel like we never took full control, and I'll go more into that in the stats section. We just never really went into full control. Like, it was just annoying. It was an annoying game to watch, and I feel like Arsenal, we dropped points. We didn't gain a point, we dropped 2 points. That's what I would say from that game. And overall, I would just say management from Arteta, it really wasn't it. It really wasn't it, Arteta. And we'll talk about that further when we get into the video. But now let's go into the stats section. So let's get into the stats. So the first stat I want to look at is how the expected goals throughout the game interchanged between Arsenal and Tottenham. So you can see from this graphic from Canon Stats how everything changed throughout the game. It just shows how Arsenal never really took hold of the game, because the expected goals kept bouncing back and forth between each team, and Arsenal was never able to grasp the game fully. It was kind of annoying, really, as a fan watching it, where we were not able at home as well. It was super annoying. So if we move on to the field tilt, that shows us a bit more information. So as you can see, for 3/4 of the first half, we were pretty much dominating, and I could see that as I was watching the game. We were able to take hold of the game pretty much, but it was then at the end of the first half where you can see Tottenham took hold of the game, and it was frustrating to see, because going into the half with them taking control of the game, it was super frustrating. Then when we started up the half again, we took control. We were able to play the ball round. But then, like, halfway through the second half, they just took control again, and they bossed the game. And that's when they were able to come back into it. So I would say post us scoring that penalty, that's when it started going downhill. And it's just annoying. Like I said, I'm just frustrated. I really wanted to punch my monitor, but we keep it pushing. This next graphic is just showing just the general expected goals. And funnily enough, they ended with higher expected goals than we did. So that's great. So looking into the passing networks, there is one thing I want to talk about, and you saw the match notes I just showed. Eddie Nketiah is pretty much not really prevalent in any of these passing maps. Eddie doesn't really impose himself enough. Like, David Raya has more involvement than Eddie Nketiah did. So there's something really wrong there, isn't it? But I don't know. This Arsenal team kind of pissed me off this game, so I don't really want to say much. But it was just disappointing to see that the boys, after they played against PSV and they showed attacking prowess, we just regressed. We regressed a lot. And again, PSV and Tottenham aren't the same standard of opponent, but nevertheless still show the same fight, right? Bruh, Gabriel Jesus, man. Bruh, you could have really turned the tide of the game. So, Gabriel Jesus had a good game. He played out wide for a different look that Arteta was trying. And again, it was okay-ish. But we're going to get onto Arteta later, because I felt like some of the pre-match decisions and in-game decisions he made was awful. Gabriel Jesus had a chance where he took the ball off a Tottenham defender and was supposed to bury it, but he skied it over the bar. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think through everything. I don't understand why he shot it like that. He rushed the play. He was even surprised he missed. So what I'm saying is, Gabriel is a good striker, but for him to reach that next level and to be loved by the fans wholeheartedly, he needs to be able to produce in times where we need him to produce. And okay, that might have sounded a bit dumb, but we need him to show up in these big games and score big goals. You won't have many chances, but you need to take the chances you get. Starboy played pretty good. I was happy to see him just do his thing. He was pretty much destroying Udogie pulls on that right hand side. Odegaard didn't really have an answer for him. They kept fouling him and stuff, but I think Saka played really good. But there was one thing he did in this game that really annoyed me, and that was him giving up on a defensive play. So he was trying to tackle Maddison and he gave up pretty much, and Maddison then went on to assist a goal. So it pissed me off that Saka didn't fully go through with what happened there. He just let Maddison get by him. And I understand, okay, cool, you made us score a goal. I understand that, Saka. You have defensive duties. You cannot be giving up on a defensive play, because then it leads to goals, man. It leads to goals, man. But again, overall, he played okay. So I'm just gonna show some quick stats from him. As we can see, when it comes to ball progression, Saka was pretty much on top of everyone when he was carrying the ball. So he played really well. He was able to move the ball forward, and I think he was pretty much one of the best Arsenal players from a bad team. But yeah, he still made his own mistakes. But yeah. So let's just say, yeah, Odegaard didn't have a good day. He didn't really have a good day. he was just really quiet. He kept losing the ball in a lot of duels, and he just didn't do much. He didn't impact the game how I would like him to. He wasn't connecting the passes like he did in the PSV game. It was a big game, and he went missing. He went missing, and it was unfortunate that this was a game he went missing. It's just annoying. It's annoying. Like, he went missing in the game where I needed him to shine, where I needed him to play his A game. He just didn't do much. He didn't do much. He had like 3 key passes, but he had like 2 missed controls. He was dribbled past multiple times. Yeah, he was just not great from him today. But yeah, sometimes people have an off day in the office, so it's okay, but like, not today, not that day. Anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully he gets better next week. The one highlight I would say from that game is Saliba had a good game, and I would also lump in David Raya, even though he couldn't do much with just sometimes us capitulating in the back. I would say Saliba had a good game. I love watching Saliba play. He's really strong at the back. He knows what he's doing. So I would say great game from him. Good game from Ben White again. He had a decent game. But also did David Raya. He had a pretty good game as well. So yeah. Hot take. I have a lot of people to roast this week. So should we start from the top? Okay. First of all, let's start with L Manager. L Manager. L Management. L Management of the game. What was Arteta thinking? Bruh, why was Trossard not in the starting 11? I understand Martinelli was injured. Why has he played Gabriel and also played Nketiah? What was the plan? L Management. Then brought on Jorginho, who then made the mistake. L Management. It's L Management. Look at these 2 frauds, bro. Look at these 2 Chelsea spies. L Management, man. Then obviously we've got Kai Havertz and Jorginho. Never have these 2 on the pitch at the same time. Imagine our midfield is made up of Jorginho and Kai Havertz. 2 cooked players. Bruh, L Management. That's all I'm saying, man. L Management from Arteta. L Management. Thank you everyone for listening to another video. Just want to thank everyone for watching all the past videos. Please like and share. Especially just try and share with people you know would be interested with this type of stuff. And I want to say this has all been sponsored by this charity, H4H. There's a GoFundMe. If you want to go help with that, please do. And we also want to thank our sponsors, Tim Design Studios. Thank you for everything. And we'll see you all in the next one.